Hey, boys and girls, it's Mr. McAndrew, the math coach, with you again. Very excited to talk about something that you may never have even really thought about. So it's called measurement conversion. Say what, Mr. McAndrew? What are you talking about? So it's a fourth grade standard in which you want to be able to go back and forth between different types of measurement. Let me explain this in a little bit better way, okay? So we're dealing with inches today, right? So what I want to talk about is, so this is a ruler, okay? It's 12 inches long, okay? A foot, which you have all heard about, like feet, right? Feet and inches. A foot is defined as 12 inches. So a foot is 12 inches long. So this ruler, you could say, one person could say, it's 12 inches long, and somebody else could say, it's 1 foot long. I said, no, it's 12 inches, 1 foot. Less filling, tastes better. It's all the same thing, okay? So 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. All right, so if I had 2 of these, I'd have how many inches? If I had 2 feet, let's take a look. So here's 12 inches on your tape measure. Okay, that is exactly 1 foot. Okay, I hope you're seeing that correctly on the video. Hopefully it's not backwards. I'm sorry if it is. If I go another 12 inches, where am I going to end up? Let's see. 12 plus 12 is 24. Okay, so 24 inches would be, so it's all of this. I have to back way up. This is 2 feet. From 0 to 24, that's 2 feet, because 1 foot would be 12 inches. 2 feet would be 24. What if I go 12 more feet? Inches. 12 more inches. What's 24 plus 12? 34 plus 2, 36, which is right there. So that would be, oh boy, I have to really back up. Do it diagonally. Oh, that's 3 feet right there. Okay. That's 3 feet. And then 4 feet would be 48 inches. Okay. Whoa. And then 5 feet, which is about almost as long as I can reach, is 60 inches. Oh, 60 inches. Okay? So right now, my arms are exactly 60 inches or 50 feet. 60 inches or 5 feet. Okay? Because that's 12 times 5 is 60. All right? So that's a little mini lesson on that. So let's take a look at it a little bit more closely. All right, so in your math packet, you have a sheet that is called Measurement Conversion Reference Sheet. Okay, so let's just fill this out a little bit just to give you a sense of what this looks like, okay? So we just said that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Okay, so here's feet and here's inches. All right, makes sense? So how many inches is 2 feet? We just said, well, we have to add another 12 inches, that would be 24 inches, right? So 2 feet is 24 inches. 3 feet would give us 36 inches. All right, so fill this in with me. Okay, you can pause the video if I go too quickly, all right? And then 4 feet would be 48 inches. And then on and on and on like that. You just keep going up by 12. Now, if you notice, right, to get from feet to inches, if you just multiply by 12, right? 1 foot times 12 gives you 12. 2 feet, there's 12 inches in both feet, so that gives you 2 times 12, which is 24, right? 3 times 12 is 36. So, for example, if we had 10 feet, right, and there's 12 inches in each foot, how many inches do we have? What's 10 times 12? That would be, anybody? 120 inches. Okay, so you can use this as a little reference sheet to help you with today's work. All right, so let me give you a couple more examples of what I'm talking about. All right, so welcome to my fabulous art here. I'm joking. So let's pretend like this is Brian Scalabrine. Anybody know who Brian Scalabrine is? One of my favorite people. If you watch the Boston Celtics, the basketball team, he used to play on the Celtics. He was with the team when they won their last championship, and now he's an announcer. anyways, that's not the point of today's lesson, but little side note there. So Brian Scalabrine is he's extremely tall. He is about 7 feet tall. So from here to here, this is the floor. Okay, this would be 7 feet. Okay, oops, let me get my big head out of the way. Okay, so that's 7 feet. Now, if we break this up into feet, so let's say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 feet. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how tall he is. Now, for every foot, we know there are 12 inches. Those two little lines mean inches. So there's 12 inches here, and there's 12 inches here, in this foot, and in this foot, and in this foot, and in this foot, and in this one, and in this one. Okay, so question is, how many inches tall is Brian Scalabrine? We know he's 7 feet tall, but how many inches is he? Okay, how many inches? So there's a variety of ways we could figure that out, right? Like, does anybody know what 12 times 7 is? Because we have 7, right? 7 feet, 7 groups of 12, right? Or we could skip count by 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. What's 72 plus 12? 82, 84 inches. Okay? So this should be 84 inches. He is 84 inches tall, or 7 feet. Okay? If you were to multiply 12 times 7, right? 12 is the same. If you're not sure what it is, you could think, well, you know that 12 is the same as 10 and 2. And 10 times 7 is 70. 2 times 7 is 14. And 70 plus 14 is 84. Okay, so I just broke up the 12 into 10 and 2. All right, so this is a way that you can convert feet into inches. All right, let me give you another example. Well, we won't go too much longer, and then you can do some work on it. All right, so boys and girls, so here's a building, all right, and we're going to pretend like it's obviously not to scale. That's not 34 feet. But let's say this really tall, like, apartment building, or, you know, in like downtown Boston or something, office building, is 34 feet tall. Okay, it's pretty good size. Not as big as a skyscraper at all, but, you know, it's a good size building. So the question is, how many inches tall is it, right? If we wanted to convert it, if we wanted to know for some reason. So we don't want to have to do 12 plus 12 plus 12 34 times. But do we know how to multiply? You sure bet we do, okay? Because we know from our reference sheet, right, that if we just if we take the number of feet and we multiply it by 12, it'll give us the number of inches, right? That makes sense, right? So let's see. What is 34 times 12 equal? Okay, so we could use area model if we wanted to. Let's see if I've got, let's put 34 times 12. There's my 12, there's my 34. 30 times 10 is 300. 10 times 4 is 40. 30 times 2 is 60. And 2 times 4 is 8. So I've got 300. 60 plus 40 plus 8. I know that 60 plus 40 is 100, so that's 408, right? 408 inches. Okay, so that's how you could solve a bigger problem like that, where you can just multiply the number of feet times inches. All right, but now look at this. This last one will be a little bit more challenging, okay? Sorry, boys and girls, before I get to that, question for you. What if I told you that this building was 408 inches, and I asked you how many feet it was? Right? Could you divide by 12 to get the number of feet? You bet you could, okay? All right, so let's take a look at this last one. All right, so for this last one, I'm going to draw a picture of myself. Oh boy, I'm really not good at this. All right, got some hair. Give myself a smiley face. Okay, so now I'm not 7 feet tall. I'm not even close. I'm not even 6 feet tall. I don't consider myself short, but I do not consider myself tall. I am, in fact, from the top of my head to the ground, I'm approximately 5 feet 9 inches. So I'm not exactly a certain number of inches or feet. Okay, I should say feet. So the question to you I have is, how tall am I in inches? Just in inches. How would you figure that out? Why don't you stop the video right now and see if you can figure that out? How many inches tall am I if I'm 5 feet, right? I'm 5 feet, so how many inches is that? And then I'm also 9 inches. Okay, so take a minute to think about that, work on it, and tell me what you get. Tell me what you get when you come back. All right, so stop the video, do your work, and come on back. All right, so hopefully you gave that a shot. All right, if you, it's much better to try it even if you're not sure than to not do anything, because your brain's going to grow the more you actually try things out. Okay. All right, so the way I would think about this is, I'm thinking like there's like, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say that's 5 feet right there. Okay. So I'm thinking from here to here is 5 feet. So that would be how many inches? 5 feet, let's say 12, 24, 36, 48. That would be 60 inches. But I still have 9 more inches, because 5 feet is 60 inches plus 9 more. So what's 60 plus 9 inches? 60 plus 9 inches gives me 69 inches. All right, so that's how many inches tall I am. So sometimes you're given feet and inches, and you can still convert it just into inches. All right, so let's take a look at your work. All right, so it says feet and inches, Monday practice. I'm going to use, remember Antopolis that we talked about for area and perimeter, kind of a silly little thing that I do. So there's problems for you to figure out based on the ants of Antopolis, okay? Like a skyscraper is only like 3 feet tall, okay? And then there's some other questions about where there's like feet and inches, just like we did. And at the end, I ask you to figure out how tall you are in just inches, just like we figured it out for me, okay? All right, boys and girls. Good luck, have fun, yeah, I'll see you soon. All right, bye-bye.